You heard the past 50 years from the parents' point of view, and now I would like to give you a little idea of the kids' point of view. 50 years together. Wow, that's quite a milestone. Donna, Mike, and I have friends who won't see this day because their parents didn't stick it out, or one or both of their parents have already passed away. So it is such a blessing that our family can all be together on this very special day to celebrate the love of our parents, George and Dawn Gundersen. Mom and Dad, as I thought about this amazing journey that you have been on, I realized I've been around for almost 49 years of it. Donna, almost 48, and Michael, almost 46, right? What I want to do today is to describe your marriage from your children's point of view. In the first 10 years of your marriage, your love was growing up, and so were your kids. You never made parenting seem hard, in my mind. Now, I've learned since that it is hard, though extremely rewarding. But you always made it look easy. You always seemed so sure about how things should be. Now, I know from my own experience, and I know Don and Mike can say the same, that probably isn't how you felt, but that is how we perceived your positive parenting. It was during the second 10 years of your marriage that Daddy became the spiritual leader of our home. He had always been the leader, never any question about that, but now he was leading our family in the most important way. We went to church as a family every time the doors were opened. We had devotions almost every night out of our daily bread. And I would ask to read the selection out loud with the British accent. And we always hoped that you wouldn't ask Donna to pray because she always prayed too long. I would look at her and go, It didn't work though. Seeing our dad on his knees and seeing our mom reading the Bible, what an awesome testimony in action. You were never super pious or hyper spiritual or fake. You were just dedicated in your devotion to God, and that leadership is still in your lives today. The third decade of your marriage found you having to let go. Sorry. Oh, good grief.
I didn't like that party.
Thank you, Daddy. Well, until I had to do this with my own child, I never knew this parenting thing could tear your heart out and then give it back to you with a greater capacity for love as you welcomed a new member into your family. But that's what you did, and your letting go helped me let go. Well, it's helping me to let go. I'm still kind of holding on to Ronnie a little too tightly. But you didn't just let go physically. You've been a wonderful example of parents who have let go of parenting and opted instead to befriend and influence. You've always been ready to give advice when we asked for it, always accepted us unconditionally, even if we didn't do things just like you would. Faithfulness. When asked once to list one quality about my parents that immediately came to mind and for which I was thankful, I said faithfulness. You have not only been faithful to each other, as we are celebrating today, never giving us a doubt about your love for each other, but you have been faithful to your God, your family, your church, and your friends. The Bible tells us when we get to heaven, the words that we want to hear are, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Well, Mom and Dad, your kids definitely say that to you today. Well done, good and faithful parents. I'm sorry. It was starting to come again, but I held it back. And finally, one of the most blessed things to us as your children is to see our parents growing old together and loving it. There's so much laughter in your home. You enjoy each other. You light up when the other one comes into the room, even after 50 years. You miss each other, even when one of you is just outside and the other's inside. I've joked to you so many times about this, but it cracks me up when we're together and one of you loses sight of the other. Where's your father? Where is your mother? Always wanting to know where your other half is because you aren't complete any other way. What a legacy to leave to your children and your grandchildren. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for giving us the best gift you can give to your children. Undying love and devotion to God and to each other. We love you, and happy anniversary. As I said, we've been a singing family ever since I can remember, and so today we're going to sing one of my dad's favorite duets that we have sung like forever. When I think how Jesus suffered on the cross for me, dying there in shame and agony, so that I could be redeemed and live eternally, I can do no less than now exclaim, I'll be a friend of His through all my days. I'll walk life's road with Him and sing His praise. Though others pass Him by and walk away, I'll be a friend of His will obey. I never could repay the debt I owe, for all He's done for me. Full well I know, but I can live for Him who died for me, and be a friend of His for eternity. Someday in the glory I shall see Him face to face. There I'll fall before His nail-pierced feet. Thank Him for His mercy and redeeming love and grace. His sweet name adoringly repeat. I'll be a friend of His through all my days. I'll walk life's road with Him and sing His praise. Though others pass Him by and walk away, I'll be a friend of His will obey. I never could repay the debt I owe, for all He's done for me. Full well I know, but I can live for Him who died for me, and be a friend of His for eternity. Some of you have just come in. Please make sure that if you haven't gotten cake yet, you get some cake. And I would like to